So hello and welcome to this After Effects tutorial, and before we will start I will show you what we are going to be doing today. So I already created this same tutorial for Adobe Animate, and I'm going to provide the link in the description. And right now I am on the site Freepik, and I'm going to download this vector, and I'm going to adjust it in the Illustrator, and I'm going to provide you my Illustrator file in case that this won't be free in the future, or in case that you don't want to work with the Illustrator. So basically I will go with the free download, but you will have to attribute the author if you don't have the premium version of the Freepik. So right now I will go to the place where I have saved this, and this is going to be a zip file like this, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose extract here. This is going to give me some files, and one of them is going to be this IE file, and basically I am going to double click and it is going to open me this in Adobe Illustrator. So I'm going to have some kind of warning about the missing fonts, but I'm going to just hit close because we are not going to be using the text. Now I'm going to create a new document, so I will go to the file, new, or you can go with Ctrl N, and I will go with 920 by 1080, which is like for the HD video. Full HD. So I'm going to go with this one. I want to have RGB color mode. I want to have this screen to be 72. I don't want to have 300 because that would be for the print. So basically something like this, and I'm going to hit create. And right now what I'm going to do is I will go in here and I will try to click and I will try to move this, but everything is grouped together. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose ungroup, and right now I'm going to be able to select only the balloons, and I'm going to get them to the new canvas like so, and maybe I'm going to scale them a little bit like so. They are going to be grouped together, so I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose ungroup, and right now I'm going to get rid of this part because I don't want to have the duplication, and I'm going to ungroup this one more time to have them separated. So I'm going to right click and choose ungroup or Ctrl Shift G, and right now they are going to be one by one, and I'm going to get rid of this purple because I already have one. Now I will go back in here. I can zoom in a little bit with Alt and mouse wheel, and I'm going to get this decoration. So I'm going to get this one, and I'm going to position it like so. And right now I will have to scale this. So I'm going to with Shift and with Alt do something like this, and maybe I can position it like so. And I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to get the second one. So I'm going to get it like so. And one more time I'm going to scale this like this, and I'm going to position it maybe like so. And now I will go back in here, and the last thing that I want to get is these particles. So I'm going to get it like so and position it in here. And right now let me go back because I didn't want to, I wanted to go with this one. So I'm going to get this like so. So I didn't want to go with these circles. Okay, so we have something like this, and right now I can go ahead and maybe position my balloons so they are going to be visible. So they are going to be maybe like so. And now I have everything in the layer 1, and if I'm going to open this layer 1, we are going to have probably 8 things in here. And what we need to do is put everything to the separated layer. So I'm going to click on the layer 1, then I'm going to click on these 3 lines, and I'm going to choose release to layers sequence. And now what I will be able to do is click on this layer 1 with the shift on this layer 9, and I'm going to just drag it outside like so. And right now my layer 1 is going to be empty because we have put everything away, so I'm going to be able to delete it. So right now we have 5 layers which are these balloons, then we have 2 layers which are this decoration, and 1 which is this particle. So right now I'm going to save this. I'm going to provide you this file, and I will see you in After Effects in a few moments. So right now I am in the After Effects, and what I'm going to do is I will go to the place where I have saved this. So I have it in here, and I am going to basically drag this Illustrator file in here like so, and it is going to ask me if I want this as a composition or as a footage, and I want this to be as a composition. So I'm going to just click OK. And I'm going to have something like this in here, and I'm going to basically double click on these balloons, and it is going to open me this so. One thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to rename my layers. So I am going to click like so, and I will hit enter, and I'm going to click or write B1 like so, and this one is going to be B2, it's like balloon number 2, and this is going to be B3 like so. There is a possibility that instead of clicking enter to rename your layers, you are going to try to double click on the layer, because for example in Adobe Animate you change the name of the layer by double clicking. So if I'm going to double click like so, it is going to open me this like this, so you would just close this and go back. So I'm going to click enter, and this is going to be B4, and this is going to be B5 like so, and this one is going to be, let me see, it should be the decoration, and this also. So I'm just going to type D1 like a decoration number 1, and this is going to be D2 like decoration number 2, and these are the particles, so I will call this to be P1. You can go ahead and name your layers as you want, but I wanted to make something quick like so. Now I want to create some kind of background, so I will go to the layer, I will go to the new, and I'm going to choose solid, or there is a shortcut Ctrl Y, and this is going to give me an option to choose some kind of solid. I can click on the color and I can choose something, so I can go maybe with something like this, and I don't want to change anything. This is like width and height is fine, so I'm going to click OK, and this is going to give me something like this, and I'm going to position this at the bottom like so. If you don't like this color, you can go ahead and create a new solid and delete this one, or what you can do is click in here, go to the layer and go to the solid settings, or Ctrl Shift Y, and you will be able to go ahead and change it maybe to something like so. But I want to stay with something like this, so I'm going to hit OK like this. And right now what I can do is I can go ahead and lock this layer, so I won't be able to move it. One thing that I could do is I can click on B1 and select until B5 with Shift like so, and I can click on this color of the layer, and I can go ahead and maybe change this to orange. So basically I can see that the orange layers are going to be the balloons. And if I want, I can go ahead and do the same thing for the decoration, so I can select the decoration, and I can choose maybe that this is going to be red color like so, but it depends on you. Now what I'm going to do is I can go ahead and maybe I'm going to position the balloons in here like so. So all of them I'm going to put like this. And I am going to click on the B1 with Shift on the B5, and I am going to click P like a position, and it is going to open me a position. Or you can go ahead and do it like so. So you can select all of them. I can show you one more time, and with this arrow open this like so, and it is going to give you all of the transform, which is anchor point, position, and so on. But I only want to have the position, so I'm going to hit P like so, and right now I'm going to create a keyframe on all of them. So I'm going to click like so, and it is going to create a keyframe for all of the balloons. So right now maybe I can go to almost 2 seconds, something like this, and I am going to position the balloons like so, and yeah. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click away, and right now one by one I am going to okay, I will go ahead and I will log my decoration because I don't want to move it. So D1 and D2 I'm going to log, and I'm going to position this balloon maybe up like so. This one I can position maybe like this. This one I can put maybe in here. This one in here, and this one maybe in here. If you want, you can go ahead and play with something like this, so they are not going to go in the straight line, but I'm not going to be worried about that. But you can go ahead and play with something like that, or you can go in between and maybe position some of the balloon like so, and you are going to have an animation like this. But I don't want to bother about that right now. Right now what I'm going to do is I want these balloons to disappear as soon as they touch this decoration, so they are going to explode. So what I'm going to do, I could go ahead and hit A or T, which is the transparency, opacity, and I could go ahead and animate the opacity, but I want to do something different. I am going to, for now, select my B5 up to B1, and I am going to close this like so, and I will zoom out on the timeline, so I want to see all of the timeline, and maybe I can hit U. This is going to show me all of the keyframes. You can close this, you can have this open as you want, but I will go to the end of the layer and I am going to make it like so, and I will hold Shift and it is going to snap like this. Or there is a shortcut, but I am not even really sure how to explain you which shortcut. But basically, when you have the curvy parentheses and square parentheses, you just click it and it is going to do something like so. But you can do it without shortcut. Let me go back. Let me select it one more time like so, and I'm going to do it like this, because basically we want these balance to disappear like so. And right now what I can do is I can go ahead and position this little bit like so, this like so. I can select both of them and put it like so, and maybe this one position like so. And now we are going to animate the explosion, so I will go to the P1. And I will go ahead and see which balloon is going to be first. So this yellow is going to be first. So I will go to the, I am going to position this P1. So I will try to click on it and I'm going to position it like so. And I'm going to go on this P1 and I will hit S for a scale. And in here I am going to scale this down, and I can go ahead, I can either go with 0 like so, or I can go with maybe number 10. But if I'm going to choose that I want number 10, I am going to cut my layer like so. And in here I am going to create the keyframe, so it is going to start on the 10%. And I will go, I don't know, maybe right now I'm holding Shift and I'm clicking page down to go 10 frames. So I can go maybe 20 or 30 frames, and I'm going to scale this like so. Maybe I can move it even more, we will see. And now what is going to happen is that as soon as the balloon is going to touch, it is going to explode like so. And what we can do right now is I can hold Shift and click T for the opacity. And or you can go ahead and search for your opacity in here like so. Let me go back, so I will hit S to reveal scale. And if I'm going to just hit T, it is going to replace the scale. But if I'm going to hold Shift and T, it is going to, I will stay with scale and it is going to add me the opacity. And I will click on the keyframe on the opacity and I will move in here and I will click in here to make it one more time. And I will go back to this keyframe and I am going to make it this keyframe is going to be 100 opacity and the last one is going to be 0. So something like this. I hope that this made sense. So basically this is going to be scaling, and up to this keyframe it is going to have a transparency 100%, and then it is going to continue to scale, but it is going to fade away like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the layer like so, and right now I'm going to hold Shift to snap it like this. And now what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to duplicate this P1, so I'm going to hit Ctrl D, and I'm going to see what is going to be the second balloon. So the first one was yellow, the second is going to be orange, so I'm going to position this second one maybe in here. Like so, and I'm going to hit U, which is going to open me all of the keyframes, and I'm going to select all of the keyframes like so. And right now I can zoom in a little bit if I want, and I can go ahead and with my, let me do this one more time. I'm going to select this like so, and I'm going to position this with my Shift and arrows up till here like so. And right now they are going to be like so, but I want to position this, let me close this, I want to move this layer maybe like so. So let me see, here is where the orange will come, so I'm going to position it like this, and it is going to explode like so. And right now what I can do is duplicate this few more times. So I'm going to hit on this P2 Ctrl D, and I'm going to position it like so, and I'm going to hit U to reveal the keyframes. I'm going to select the keyframes, and one more time I can go ahead with mouse, or I can go with shift and arrows, and I'm going to position this like so. So basically right now when the blue is going to hit, it is going to explode, and you can play with this, you can position it to make it good. And I'm going to duplicate this one more time, and right now I want to position it when the purple is going to get like so. So I'm going to position it like this. I can open the keyframes with U. I can select the keyframes, and with shift and arrows I'm going to position this in here like so. And right now I will just have to position it correctly, so a little bit later like so. So we are going to have it like so, and the last one is going to be this red one. So one more time, Ctrl D. One more time I'm going to position it like so, and I will hit U to open keyframes. I will select them, and I will position this like so. One more time with shift and arrows in here, and we are going to have the last explosion like so. So right now what I can do is I can hit Ctrl A, and I can close over everything like so. So all of the layers are going to be closed, and I'm going to see it like so. So I'm going to hit space, and I will see what we are going to have. So we have something like this, and I will make sure that we are going to have all of them, and yeah, we have all of them like so. So right now, if I want, what I can do is I can go ahead and duplicate it a bunch of times. So I'm going to click on the B1, with shift I'm going to click on the P5 like so, and I'm going to hit Ctrl D. This is going to duplicate me all of them, and right now I can go ahead and maybe position this like so. You can go ahead and play with it a little bit, but make sure that if you are going to move this one, you also need to move the other one. Or you can position your layer so the explosion is going to be above the balloon. This depends on you. So we are going to have something like this, and then we are going to have the repetition. And if I want, I can go ahead and duplicate these as much as I want. So I'm going to select everything. I'm going to hit Ctrl D, and I'm going to position it even more like so. So right now we are going to have something like this. And I can go ahead and click Ctrl A, and I already have everything closed. So yeah. And now what we need to do is we need to go ahead and export this. But right now what is going to happen is that we are going to have this animation, all of the balloons, all of the duplications, but then it is going to stop. We are not going to have any more animation, but our timeline is still going to be in here for maybe 10 seconds. And if I'm going to render this right now, we are going to have 10 seconds of nothing. So I'm going to get this work area end, and I'm going to position it maybe like so. Or what you can do is there are these shortcut, which is one of them is N. And it is going to put it like so, and one of them is B for the beginning. So one is B for the beginning, and one is N, maybe like end. I don't know why it's N, but yeah. But you can position it manually like so, and then you can right click and choose trim comp to work area, and right now we are going to have it like so. So I can go ahead and put it like so. In here I can choose that I want this to fit to see it. You can go ahead and change this from half to full to see it, depending on how good is your computer. This is going to be loading more or less. So I'm going to play this, and yeah, we are going to have all of these balloons. And with the duplication, you can go ahead and play with it. I just wanted to duplicate it like so. So yeah, I think that this is fine. So right now I'm going to show you how you can export this. First of all, I'm going to save my After Effects file. I should have done this at the beginning, but I'm going to hit Ctrl S, and I will go to the place where I want to save this. So yeah. Alright, so I just have saved my After Effects file, and right now I will go to the file, I will go to the export, and I'm going to go with add to Adobe Media Encoder Q. If you don't have this installed, you have to install it. There is also a possibility to don't do this with this Adobe Media Encoder Q, Adobe Media Encoder, but I prefer to do it with this way, so it's much better. So I'm going to click this, and this should open me this Media Encoder. It's like part of the Creative Cloud, and it is going to put me it here like so. There is a possibility that you will have to wait a little bit to have it like so, because this was from the past. So I'm going to remove this, and this is like the new one. So I'm going to have only one, and I want this to be this H264. Like so, and in here we do not need to change anything, so I can go ahead and make it like to have it like this, but I'm going to leave it as it is, and I will click in here, and I'm going to choose a location where I want to have this. So I will go maybe in here, and I will create a new folder which I'm going to call to be render, or I'm going to call it video or whatever, and I'm going to hit save, and then I'm going to click this start queue. Like so, and this is going to render me, and for me it is going to take only a few seconds, and right now it is done, and I will go to the place where I have it in here, and in here I am going to have MP4 file, and I can go ahead and double click on it, and we are going to have it like so. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. This is it. As I said, I'm going to provide you in the description the link for the Freepik file, and I'm going to provide you my Illustrator file, so you don't have to work in the Illustrator if you don't want. So yeah, let me know if you would like to have more tutorials about After Effects, because usually I do tutorials about Adobe Animate, but I was thinking like, why not After Effects? So yeah, I'm going to also provide you in the description link for the Animate tutorial, which is the same as this one. And yeah, thank you very much, and have a nice day. Goodbye.